I just really felt like I needed to make this video because this is literally stopping so many coaches from getting to 6 figures per year and even 7 figures per year that I felt like I needed to make this. I don't feel like enough people are speaking about it, and this video probably isn't going to get a lot of views anyways. But even if I help just one person that watches this video to the end, I will be a fulfilled person. And honestly, all I ask in return is just to leave a like if you actually found this valuable. But I see coaches making this mistake again and again and again. And it's stopping them from scaling past that $10,000 a month mark, but also stopping them from scaling to 20, 30, 40, 50K a month and above. So look, by the end of this video, you will adapt a mindset that only 6+ figure coaches have. So coaches that are making over $100,000 a year and above, whether that's 1 million, 2 million, $3 million a year. Now, this won't be a shiny object that I'll be sharing with you. I'm not going to be sharing a VSL script or a copywriting script or some beautiful sales funnel that you've been looking for. If what you're looking for is a shiny object, then you might as well click off this video, because what I can tell you is that honestly the value is not in what you usually expect it to be. It's in the boring stuff. And I'm going to be sharing something that's honestly, it's quite boring and it may give you a perception shift, but what I can guarantee you is it's going to make you a crap ton of money if you're not doing this, or if you implement this the right way. If you understand this even, it will make you a lot of money. So if more than anything that I really care about is giving you practical advice that you can implement into your coaching business right now as of today. So by the end of this video, you will be able to implement exactly what I tell you. So first thing to realize is that in every business, less is more. Okay, I tried to underline that. So what do I actually mean by that? Well, you need to adapt the way of simplicity. Now, Matas, obviously I know what simplicity is, but what do you actually mean by simplicity? So let's kind of dive straight into it. Okay, actually, I see a lot of people doing this. Okay, they have like 2 different funnels, 2 different landing pages, 2 different VSL thumbnails, 2 different VSL scripts. Okay, now why is that a problem? Well, let's say we do just one funnel, one landing page, one VSL thumbnail, one VSL script, one VSL call to action, one offer, one pain to solve, one desire to create, one copywriting style, one way to onboard, one way to deliver, one way of managing, hiring, one way of acquiring clients, and one way of retaining clients. That just leaves us to nothing but simplicity. Okay, because 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 and times 1 to the power of 3 is 1. Okay, now where am I heading with this? Well, what I'm basically saying is that a lot of business owners complicate things, and they try multiple different things, multiple different funnels, multiple different landing pages, multiple different VSLs that you got from like 3 different YouTube videos, and now you have this like jumbled up mess of content that you just consumed, and you put it into your business, and then you wonder why it doesn't work. Why does it not work? Because you don't have one of everything. Now, let's take this into example. So remember this 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 to the power of like, I think 13 is still 1, okay? Now let's do it this way. We have, let's say, 2 funnels. We have 2 landing pages. We have 2 VSL thumbnails, 2 VSL scripts. You get the point. I'm not going to go through all of them, but we have 2 of each. Now, 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 to the power of 13 is now going to be 32,768. Now, let's say this is like the unit of complexity, okay? So the UOC, let's call this the unit of complexity. So if you just have one funnel, one landing page, one VSL thumbnail, one VSL script, one of everything, you literally have the unit of, well, 1, right? The unit of complexity is 1. Whereas if you literally just have 2 of everything, now this is we're only going up by 1 of each, which isn't actually all, it doesn't sound all that bad. I mean, what's wrong with having 2 funnels and 2 landing pages and 2 VSL thumbnails and 2 VSL scripts? What's wrong with that, Matas? You know, what's wrong with having 2 different content strategies? Well, if you times 2 times 2 to the power of like 13, you know, you times 2 times 2 13 times, you're going to end up with a unit of complexity of 32,768. Now, just compare those 2 right here. That is a huge difference in complexity. And you don't want that in your business, because now when you have 2 funnels, you have to manage your 2 funnels. When you have 2 landing pages, you have to focus on improving 2 different landing pages. And honestly, there is a quote that I live by, and I share this to my clients again and again and again. And it's a quote by Bruce Lee, and it goes by, "I'm not afraid of the man that has practiced 10,000 kicks, but I am afraid of the man that has practiced 1 kick 10,000 times." And it's stuck with me ever since, because it's not about doing or being good at multiple different things. It's about just doing one thing and getting really good at it. And once you get really good at it, That's where it makes you money. Now, not only that, you see this in the B2C space. People going from like drop shipping to now trying Amazon FBA, to now trying crypto, to now trying SMMA. Like, people are trying multiple different ways of making money. And probably as a business owner who's making some money online right now with your coaching business, you're probably laughing at these people. You're like, these people are stupid. Why are they hopping from Shopify or business dropshipping to now Amazon FBA, to now trying to trade crypto, to now trying to run an SMMA? Right? Why are they trying all of this stuff? Well, it's obviously because of shiny object, you know? It's shiny object syndrome, sorry. Like, they try drop shipping, it doesn't work for them, or it works for them for a little bit, but then they hear about Amazon FBA, and matter of fact, every course seller is just really good at selling the business model. So now they try Amazon FBA. It doesn't really work for them. Now they hear someone speaking about crypto. You know, crypto is pumping right now. Try crypto. Now they hop onto crypto. Then they hear someone speaking about, you know, service-based businesses or social media marketing agencies. They're like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I can see why people would pay me money for that. So now they try this. And now they're hopping from this to this to this. And they never make it work. And this is exactly what you're doing in your business as well. You're constantly changing the VSL. You're constantly changing the funnel. You're constantly changing the VSL. You're constantly changing the copywriting style, the sales page. You're constantly changing the content strategy. Like, my question to you is, how are you expecting to get good at any of these if you're constantly changing them? I see people coming through like 3 different VSL scripts every month, every couple months. Like, why do you keep changing a VSL script? Just stick to one and then keep improving it based on the retention of just by looking at the statistics. I mean, if you host your VSL on Vistia, if you don't know what Vistia is, like, let me type it out for you. Vistia, right? If you don't know what Vistia is, a lot of people host their VSLs on here. You can literally track the retention of your audience. You can track it on Loom, I believe, as well. And I believe you can track it on Vimeo. But nonetheless, like, you can track how long people have watched the VSL for. And you just tweak. You don't have to change. You don't have to tear it all down and build it back up from scratch. You just keep improving it. And same with your funnel, and same with your copywriting style, same with your sales page, same with your sales script. You don't change it for something better because everything works. You just have to get good at it. Okay? Now, another thing that I see people doing is now they're changing all of this stuff, or they're even trying to improve it. Let's say they are doing the right thing and they're trying to improve it. Not change it, just improve it. How are you supposed to know if something is working very, very well if you're not tracking anything? So I see people like, you know, using multiple different sales scripts or different appointment setting flows, okay? How are you supposed to know if it's working well if you're not tracking any of these metrics, like the unqualified, the no-show rate, the rescheduling rate, you know, the actual like closing rate here as well? You know, how many paid in fulls are you getting? How are you supposed to know if your business is even improving if you're not even tracking the finances? Now, actually, this finance tracker was given to me. So Boyan, if you're watching this, big shout out to you. But how are you supposed to know if your business is improving if you're not tracking the finances? Like, just your Stripe dashboard alone isn't enough. But most importantly, like, you need the sales tracker. This is the exact sales tracker I give to all of my clients, okay? Like, you need to track your content, okay? This is one that I got given to me as well. I didn't make this myself, but I made this one myself, right? The outbound tracker. How are you supposed to know if the outbound's working? How are you supposed to know how to tweak the outbound if you're not tracking anything? You need to track the metrics, because if you don't track the metrics, you don't know if it will work, okay? So most importantly, let's just give a quick recap before I wrap up this lesson. You want to master the art of simplicity in your business, because once you do that, everything becomes easy. You know, you want to aim for a very low unit of complexity rather than a very high one, because even if you just up all of these things by just one, you literally, the difference is 32,767. Okay, that's a lot. That's a big difference. And just as you see people hopping from multiple, you know, from this business model to that business model to that business model, stop doing the same thing in your business with your funnel and your VSL and your copywriting style and the platforms that you're even using to post content on. I see people switching from YouTube to LinkedIn to Instagram to then TikTok to then X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. I see people doing that all the time, and I did it too. But now my focuses are literally just YouTube, and that's it. I only focus on YouTube. I don't care about anything else. Instagram here and there, but mostly just YouTube. I put my eggs all in one basket. Why? Because that's where I want to get good at. And it's clearly working for me because I've been acquiring clients through just YouTube alone. So if you are a coach, if you are a mentor, if you want me to help you build all of the systems I document on my channel, and if you want me to help you scale past that 10K per month mark and scale to 40, 50, 60K a month, I'm going to leave a link in the description where you can book in for a free audit call with me. I'll look over your entire conversion process, see if there's anything I'll particularly change, see if I could even help you myself implement my team to change it for you. And worst case scenario, even if I can't, you can walk away from the call with some actionable steps that you can take towards your coaching business. So I thank you for watching till the end. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.